Hello folks, so we have indeed been following Wuchang for the past 3 or so weeks now, right up until her anticipated release, which was 3 AM for me here in the UK. Around 10 PM I power napped right through till 2:30 AM, and between playing Wuchang, listening to guides, and cranking out the first official guide of my own, I really haven't taken a second to step outside of my own little bubble and see how Wuchang has been received by everyone else. So you can all imagine my surprise when I booted up Steam and was met with this. Whew. Okay. Right, just scrolling through here, you can likely see that a lot of these comments all repeat the exact same feedback regarding poor performance and being unable to play the game whatsoever. There are some positive reviews here and there where players have reported that the performance has been fine and they've had no issues, but clearly it would appear that the vast majority of players that have chosen to leave feedback have indeed experienced issues. I myself have tested Wuchang on my PC and Xbox Series X, and it works relatively well on the Xbox, with some noticeable performance issues here and there, but acceptable for day one, and none of them cause any issues to really even a small extent. For PC, it is a completely different story. I'm still very much going through the motions of upgrading my rig in due time, and wasn't too sure how Wuchang was going to perform anyway, but let's just say it's really not great, unplayable to be quite honest. So, when it comes to whether these negative reviews are warranted or not, I can only imagine the plethora of issues that some players are going through after being very excited and dropping upwards of $50 on this game, only to be met with an absolute mess that has an insatiable hunger for their CPU. So, as much as I don't agree with the review bombing, it is hard to not appreciate where all these players are coming from. If we do indeed factor in that we didn't receive a demo, and barely any of the reviews touched on performance being an issue, and those that did gave no indication that things could possibly be this bad for some players, then yeah, if it wasn't for my Xbox, I'd feel pretty hard done by right now too. I probably wouldn't leave a review, but that's just me. So, trust has been broken to at least some extent, as much as the performance will likely be patched, and the current issues are unlikely to persist for too much longer. The damage has very much already been done on both ends, with players abandoning the game entirely, and Wuchang suffering a major hit to its overall Steam rating. Now, before looking into Leansy's and 505's response to all of this, I have something just as crazy to show you all, which is this insane drop in players, coming in less than 24 hours from Wuchang's official launch. Now, I'll need to look into this more, but at a quick glance, all of the games I looked at within the Souls-like genre did have a steady decline of players, matching this exact same ratio, but over the course of literal weeks or months, not in the matter of 24 hours. We'll be coming back to this in a future video once it's progressed more and there's more to look at, but this is pretty insane, folks, and definitely not good for Wuchang. Now, to add to all of this, the developers at Leansy and the publishers at 505 Games have recently responded to the negative feedback with the following statement. First of all, we want to extend our most sincere thanks to everyone who supports and follows our game. It means a lot to us. We have received reports regarding issues such as the game's optimization not meeting expectations, errors in distribution pre-order rewards, and some abnormal pricing. These problems should never have occurred, and we deeply regret the inconvenience and negative experience some players are currently facing. Regarding optimization issues, we are confident in the game's performance within our recommended spec, but we're working on optimization. We are looking to issue a patch as soon as we can. In the meantime, if you are experiencing issues, you can try adjusting settings through our FAQ. If the issues persist, please submit a ticket via support.505games.com to provide your feedback. Our customer service team will assist you in resolving the problems as soon as possible, and your reports will help us identify and fix issues quickly and efficiently. Regarding pricing errors, we are aware of some pricing anomalies in some regions, and we are currently working with Steam to restore the correct pricing. Regarding pre-order reward errors, the root cause is a bug within the reward distribution for the standard and deluxe editions, which prevented players from receiving the correct items. We are fixing this issue in the upcoming patch. As a token of our appreciation, we will give all players who purchase the game on Steam a free digital copy of the original soundtrack, and we will look to process refunds of all those who have already purchased the soundtrack via Steam. Additionally, in future updates, players who buy the deluxe edition will receive a brand new exclusive costume. Please understand that this may take some time. We are fully committed to investigating and resolving these issues as quickly as possible. Our team is prioritizing these problems at the highest level, striving to fix and handle everything promptly to ensure you have the best possible gaming experience. We are also continuously gathering and organizing bug reports and suggestions shared within the community. We sincerely ask for your patience, understanding, and support during this process. Once again, we hugely appreciate all of you. Warm regards, Leansy Games, and the 505 team. So, a respectable response and the compensation is a nice touch, but this is essentially what can be expected as a typical response from any developer or publisher in a moment like this. Put simply, they absolutely had to have known there were performance issues before releasing the game, and whether they were crunched for time or not, it's looking like they hid this so they could push sales, hoping they could fix things after the fact, but players have now been let down, and as I said before, the damage has already now been done. I think it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks or months for Wuchang moving forward. Naturally, I'll be right here with prying eyes and ears, ready to drop the latest news on whatever happens next. But right now, your guess is as good as mine. This certainly is not a good start, and a lot of players will likely be turned away from Wuchang moving forward, unless they somehow capitalize on this negative hype, because despite the performance issues, which as I said, I'm really not having on the Xbox, then the game is very good and solid to play. I so far feel it's worthy of the 8 out of 10 it has scored in so many reviews, albeit I've only played through the first chapter. Combat, build variety, and level design have been very well fleshed out. I am personally really enjoying them, and I know that the vast majority of players currently not having issues with Wuchang are mostly enjoying their experience too. But ultimately, regardless of how we all individually feel about the game, this is really not good for its future, or Leansies for that matter. They may very well have made a quick buck, but at what cost? We will just have to wait and see. Now, everything you just heard was actually written and recorded yesterday, just before I went to bed, and due to a very busy couple of days, I did sleep in a little bit this morning, and I've obviously only just gotten around to editing and publishing this video. But whilst doing so, I wanted to touch on the Steam charts for Wuchang again very quickly, and the fact that Leansie have since released the first patch. Going back to the Steam charts, we can see the lowest point so far was around 17,000 players, and since then, it has managed to get back up to around 66k. Which is good to see for the actual game. However, as I said a few times before, the damage has already been done. As for the recent patch, it was posted to the official Wuchang Discord around 7:30 AM UK time, and I'll go ahead and read it out in full. Thank you for waiting and for your continued support for the launch of Wuchang Fallen Feathers. As our ongoing commitment to deliver the best possible experience, we've released patch 1.3 to address several key issues affecting early players. Full details below. Performance-related optimization. Low latency mode is now a manual toggle within the options menu, and it will no longer be enabled by default. Super sampling resolution limits have been adjusted on select GPU models to prevent unintended performance degradation. VRAM optimization for lower-end GPUs. For GPUs with 8GB or less VRAM, memory saving optimization is now applied across all texture quality levels. For GPUs with more than 8GB of VRAM, this optimization applies only when texture quality is set to low. These changes improve stability and reduce crashes or stuttering caused by insufficient video memory. For bug fixes and stability improvements, we fixed a crash that could occur immediately after the company logo during game startup, resolved execution stutter affecting select hardware configurations during finisher animations, and we fixed issues related to both the Standard Edition and Deluxe Edition after the patch update. Players of both versions will receive the correct content rewards. Players who have already purchased the Deluxe Edition package will need to log in again and claim the reward at the donation box located in Revenant Temple. All Wuchang Fallen Feathers owners will receive the original soundtrack DLC for free as compensation. And then finally, for the gameplay balance adjustments, Chapter 2, Landmine Encounter Rebalancing, reduced the number of landmines and adjusted their damage output to create a more fair and enjoyable challenge. We are currently working on a more extensive patch that will be rolling out in the next few days. If you are still experiencing issues after this update, please visit our FAQ page or reach out to our customer support team for further assistance. So we can see this patch centers almost entirely around optimization and performance. I focus so much on this video that I'm yet to go and see how the game is now performing with this patch, but do feel free to let me know in the comments below if this has made any difference for yourselves. Anyway, that would be it for this one, folks. I am currently working on both guides and more news videos for Wuchang, so do keep an eye out for those. And I do, of course, have a range of guides and news videos on the channel, so feel free to stop on by and check things out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, folks, and until next time, peace.